men of the Nigerian Army have thwarted the efforts of gunmen suspected to be kidnappers to abduct numbers of passengers in Delta State on Sunday. Nigerian Army in a statement on Sunday said the passengers were kidnapped, but the act of bravery of its soldiers who engaged the kidnappers in gun battle led to the rescue of the commuters. The military statement reads, in quote, thus, in a remarkable display of bravery, troops of the Nigerian Army deployed for internal security duties successfully thwarted a kidnap attempt by a suspected terrorist group along the Ugeli-Patani Road in Delta State. The troops' swift response to a distress call resulted in the rescue of passengers who had been kidnapped while traveling in a commercial bus. The troops, upon receiving the distress call, rapidly mobilized and confronted the terrorists, who were armed with assorted weapons. A fierce firefight ensued, compelling the terrorists to abandon their captives and flee the scene. The rescued passengers have been taken into safe custody, where they are receiving necessary care and support. Meanwhile, the troops are currently pursuing the fleeing terrorists. In another press release made annually by the Nigerian Army Authority, One Alesa X, Paramount Ruler of Alesa Eleme, His Royal Highness, Emeri Emperor Jenny NKPE2, JP, has stated that the Nigerian Army NA has remained resolute in ensuring peace and stability in the country. The Royal Father made this known when the General Officer Commanding GOC 6th Division, Nigerian Army, Major General Jamal Abdusalam paid him homage at his palace. The Royal Father further said that the security men, especially troops of 6th Division, are the reason criminality does not thrive in the ancient kingdom of Alesa Eleme. He added that troops sacrifice a lot to ensure the people of Alesa live in peace without fear or intimidation. He further said soldiers are humans with families and deserve to be loved, supported, and cared for. This, he said, informed the reason he tried in his own little capacity to motivate them for better operational results. He called on the entire people of Alesa Eleme to show love, care, and support to security agencies at all times, especially whenever they are facing challenges. Speaking further, the king urged the people of his kingdom and Nigerians at large to shun ethnic and religious bigotry, as this country is better off as one indivisible entity. He appealed to all to continue to love everyone and never think of harming any security man, rather show love and support for the part of the society. The king, as part of his campaign in supporting the military, handed over stickers with different inscriptions, such as, "Don't kill soldiers," "Nigeria is our country," "Let's help the army to protect others," "Nigerian army on its way to fight against terrorism," among others were produced to support NA operations. While stating the purpose of his visit, the GOC, Major General Jamal Abdusalam said he was at the palace, essentially to pay homage and, most importantly, to say thank you to whom honor is due. This, the GOC said, becomes necessary, especially having seen all the huge support troops under command have received from the Royal Father. Major General Jamal also said the visit was in line with the Chief of Army Staff, Corps, Lieutenant General Tariq Lagbaja command philosophy to establish and maintain harmonious relationship with critical stakeholders. He stated that this became necessary to effectively employ the non-kinetic measures by having a good relationship with host communities and their leaders. He alluded that when such relationships are cemented, the issue of criminality would reduce drastically. The GOC appreciated the fact that criminal activities such as illegal oil bunkering, kidnapping, and cultism have drastically reduced in the South. This, he said, could be attributed to the tireless efforts of the NA in collaboration with other security agencies. He pledged that the NA would continue to exert pressure on criminal elements until they turn a new leaf. Major General Abdusalam appealed to the Royal Father not to relent in his efforts towards helping the division and NA to succeed. He equally thanked him for the warm reception accorded him and his team. Major highlights of the events were the presentation of souvenirs, cultural entertainment, and group photographs. The military statement ends in quote as reported on Saturday by Lieutenant Colonel Danjuma Jonah Danjuma, the Acting Deputy Director, 6th Division Army Public Relations Unit. Meanwhile, the General Officer Commanding GOC 6th Division, Nigerian Army, Major General Jamal Abdusalam has reassured that the division under his watch shall continue to maintain medical facilities for the benefit of troops and their families. He gave the assurance when the Acting Corps Commander Medical, CCM, Brigadier General Samson Okoigi, paid him an office call at headquarters, 6th Division, Port Harcourt Barracks. Major General Abdusalam, while playing host to the CCM, stated that maintaining the medical facilities is an important aspect of the Chief of Army Staff Corps, Lieutenant General Tariq Lagbaja's command philosophy, which has welfare as one of its cardinal pillars. The GOC observed that the Corps' interventions that saw the deployment of magnetic resonance imaging, MRI, and CT scan machines in NA hospitals have scaled up the quality of healthcare delivery in the NA. The GOC was optimistic that the visit of the CCM will improve the state of medical facilities and services within 6th Division Area of Responsibility, AOR, for the benefit of troops, their families, and the immediate environment. He commended the Director, Military Hospital Port, Colonel Shawnee Solomon, and Commander, 6th Division Medical Services and Hospital, DMSH, Colonel Felix Odeas, for the quality of medical services they have been providing since they assumed command. This, he said, is highly commendable, as facilities that hitherto have not been used are effectively being utilized. Earlier, while stating the purpose of his visit, the acting CCM, Brigadier General Samson Okwegi, said he was at the division's AOR to see for himself firsthand how medical facilities are faring, and most importantly to register his presence with the GOC. He maintained that the Nigerian Army Medical Corps, NAMC, is doing a lot with the support of the COAS. This, he said, is evident in the most recent deployment of MRIs and CT scan at 44 Nigerian Army Reference Hospital, Kaduna. He added that these are equipment that are quite expensive and difficult to maintain. He maintained that amongst the services, it is only the NA that has these equipment, adding that in the Northwest, it is only the NA that has it. The NAMC, he said, remains indebted to the COAS for the uncommon level of support to the cause. He intimated the GOC that he was aware of some of the challenges facing 6D MSH, adding that efforts are ongoing to address some of these challenges. He used the medium to thank the GOC for the tremendous support he is rendering to the NAMC. The CCM was thereafter conducted through a facility tour of 6D MSH and 29 Battalion Medical Reception Station. He also planted a tree at the 6th Division Biodiversity Campaign site. The military news release ends in quote as reported on Friday by Lieutenant Colonel Danjuma Jola Danjuma, the Acting Deputy Director, 6th Division Army Public Relations Unit. The Commander, Army Headquarters Garrison, Major General Koko Aisoli, has stated on 7 June 2024, that the critical pillar of the Chief of Army Staff Corps' command philosophy has been prioritizing the Nigerian Army personnel and families' welfare. He made this known during the official launch of the Pink Riders for Women scheme by the Ministry of Women Affairs at Mogadishu Cantonment, Abuja. Major General Aisoli, while giving his remarks, further stated that empowering Nigerian Army personnel and families will boost troops' fighting spirit and increase productivity as enshrined in the command philosophy of the Corps, hence the reason for collaborating with the Ministry of Women Affairs for the initiative. While appreciating the Minister of Women Affairs, Barrister Uju Kennedy, for extending the initiative to the barracks, the commander further assured her that the initiative's purpose will be fulfilled, adding that the beneficiaries will be monitored to ensure that nobody derails. He thereafter urged beneficiaries to see it as an opportunity to equip themselves and be self-reliant. The Minister of Women Affairs, while giving her remarks, stated that the Pink Riders for Women initiative is in line with the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu-led administration. She further emphasized that the initiative aims to equip and empower the Nigerian woman to become self-reliant and contribute meaningfully to the development of her home, community, and society. Barrister Uju reiterated that she chose to partner with the Nigerian Army for consistency and sustainability as well as the confidence she has in the Army. She thereafter urged beneficiaries to seize the opportunity to make valuable economic contributions to the development of the nation. Highlight of the event was presentation of the tricycles to the beneficiaries and group photographs. The military statement ends in quote as reported on Friday by Lieutenant Colonel Njideka Clara Agu, the Acting Deputy Director, Army Headquarters Garrison Public Relations Unit. Also, the Chief of Accounts and Budget Army, Major General Adetukumbo Fayabio, has maintained that training provides a platform for financial best practices. He made this known while declaring open a 3-day 6th Division Finance and Accounts Training Week at Lieutenant General F. Yahaya Badminton Court, Port Harcourt Barracks. Major General Fayabio, who was the special guest of honor, was represented by Major General Samson Jia, the Group Managing Director, Nigerian Army Welfare Limited by Guarantee. The CAP A stated that the training week will provide a good platform for updating personnel on contemporary government financial policies. The theme for the training week was Personnel Capacity Development, a panacea to proactive and efficient financial service delivery, which he said will enable financial best practices and their implications on accounting for funds in the NA. He added that in the discharge of their duties, personnel will conform with extant regulations and remain professional in their conduct as military personnel. He stressed that the importance of training cannot be overemphasized, given the fact that training is one of the pillars of the Chief of Army Staff Corps, Lieutenant General Tawin Lambaja's command philosophy. While delivering his welcome address, the General Officer Commanding GOC, 6th Division Nigerian Army Major General Jamal Abdusalam reaffirmed his utmost commitment in ensuring that the division continues to guarantee the security of lives, properties and safeguarding critical national installations within the division's area of responsibility, AOR. He further maintained that the division will continue to prioritize training, especially since it is one of the cardinal pillars of the Corps' command philosophy. He added that it is through constant training that the division has collectively achieved and will continue to achieve the Corps' command philosophy. Major General Jamal used the medium to appreciate the doggedness and unwavering commitment of personnel under command in the face of daunting security challenges in the South-South. This, he said, is highly impressive, as evident in the recently released data from the Nigeria Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission, which indicates growth in the nation's crude oil output from 1.185 barrels per day in December 2023 to 1,281,478 million barrels per day for the month of April 2024. This, the GOC said, was possible due to the reinvigorated operations geared towards zero tolerance for illegal activities by the command. Major General Abdulsalam appreciated the CAB for finding time to attend the 6th Division Finance Training Week, while he assured him that the division will continue to support the Nigerian Army Finance course. He also commended the Commander 6th Division Finance, Colonel Danjuma Mohammed, for his pragmatic leadership, which brought to fruition the World Package Training Week. The training week had several lectures presented by resource persons. These included effects of drug and substance abuse on operational efficiency of NA personnel, innovative approaches to rendition of accounts, effects on establishment of sustainable standards, the role of personnel in document security and understanding armed forces of Nigeria's social media policy, imperative for Nigerian armed finance course personnel amongst others. More so, the Army Headquarters DCMA held sensitization workshops for NA personnel at the Depot NA, Army School of Physical Training, Nigerian Army School of Military Police and Nigerian Army School of Legal Services from 5 to the 6th of June 2024. In his opening remarks, the CCMA, who was represented by the Director Civil Military Affairs Brigadier General BP Kona, stated that the workshops were designed to enlighten personnel on the need for them to conduct themselves properly during operations and routine activities. He also stressed that the workshops were tailored towards ensuring that troops carry out their duties according to international best practices and standards. He further highlighted that the conduct of the workshops were in line with the Corps' command philosophy, which seeks to transform the Nigerian Army into a well-trained, equipped and highly motivated force towards achieving our constitutional responsibilities within a joint environment. The workshop was geared towards training of personnel in order to achieve professionalism and efficiency whilst carrying out their duties within a joint environment. The lecture, titled, "The Proper Conduct of the Nigerian Soldier Within the Larger Society," was delivered by Lieutenant I.D. Obaren, which significantly dealt with international humanitarian law, international human rights law, the establishment of the armed forces, roles of the NA, fundamental human rights under the 1999 Constitution as amended, DHQ policy on social media and establishment of the Civil Military Legal Desk, Call Center. At the end of the lectures, personnel asked questions to clear their doubts during the interactive sessions. The workshops ended with the presentation of souvenirs as well as group photographs.
OsazuwaAkonedo, bringing you the news in a more digital way.